What's
The
going on,
homie
guys?
never got his name said first.
What's going on, guys?
All right, guys. So when we start, I just let it cut.
What's going on, guys?
Okay.
Welcome back to episode 3 of the OmniCast. Today we have the exact same people. Crazy, right? We got Mark, Joey, and Noah. AKA
And Devin.
AmDevin, and AKA WhyRandom, CloudStar, and Noah.
WhyRandom.
It's just Noah. Anyway, we're gonna be trying to change up the topics a little bit today. So we were sent in a list of, I don't know, just kind of like
Topics.
almost like Q&A type topics. And Mark has the list, so he's gonna read them aloud, and then we're all just gonna get our, like, I guess opinions, input on them. I mean, you guys will see as we go. So Mark, what is our very first question that we have?
This one's a tough one. It's gonna be hard to explain. It's
I think it is a
nature versus nurture. So I was streaming and they explained it to me basically how, say, we'll just use like intelligence for an example. How much of it, like when you're born, is majority of it nature, basically like your background and your DNA, or is it how you're raised, like on how smart like you can become? So that would be the nurture side, is like how you're raised.
Okay. So nurture is how you're raised. So it's like natural instinct versus what you're taught.
Basically,
Is that what you're talking
I
about?
think it's both.
See, I was saying that as well, but Tyler would say like, well, what about people who are like mentally handicapped? Like that's hard nature. That's way majority nature.
Right.
Like through DNA and stuff, they're like mentally handicapped.
So what do we use more in life? Like, do we use more of our natural instinct? Or...
No, like what's more important?
Devin is completely...
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was Googling how to spell nurture that entire time you were talking. I just had to make sure.
He's completely just like doesn't even know what.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
No,
saying that how smart you are, is it determined on your DNA or is it determined on like how you were raised?
Yeah.
Like how smart you are. I think it's both.
Well,
I was
when it's
more
a
on the
versus,
how
don't you have
you're
to choose one
raised.
side?
Yeah, you do. I was more on the how you were raised team.
No.
I think it's how you raised too, because you can be raised.
Yes.
You can be raised in a household where everything is shitty, but then also like at the same time that can reinforce like the positive things about you and your intelligence and everything like that. You know?
Yeah, I
Dude,
was
this
more
is a
nurture.
toughie.
But see, when Tyler was explaining, I was kind of seeing like, his
Both
side of
sides,
the
both sides.
I
yeah.
don't know. This question's stupid.
Joey.
It was tough. I don't know.
I don't know.
He-
Explain yourself a
it's
little bit more,
just-
Mark, so I can get more of an idea what's going on, because I'm still lost. Like, explain what you think a little bit more, or Noah, or somebody.
Well, like this is kind of like how I'm thinking about it. It's like how you're born with stuff and you're
Yes.
born like knowing how to do things. That's natural.
Natural instinct,
You're
yes.
born, yeah, it's natural instincts.
Oh,
But
here's
then
keep going.
But then like nurture, when you're nurtured, it's like stuff that's being taught to you and stuff that's going along with you. Like
Mhm.
it's being put onto you while you're learning and while you're growing in life and everything. I think
So,
that like
yeah.
nature is like you naturally know how to love, but
Mhm.
nurture is like you learn how to hate. Hate is something that's taught to you.
Mhm.
I think that like that's kind of like ties into it, because a lot of stuff is natural. We're born with it. That's part of our characteristics. That's part of who we are. But then there's a lot of stuff that we're taught in life, and that's the stuff
Yeah.
that's being nurtured with us.
I feel like
Well-
being nurtured is kind of the thing, like the bigger part of it. Now that okay, so I remember I've being taught something that it's like, okay, so when you're younger, right, and your parents say, don't eat the cookies, that are like in the cookie jar or whatever, right? But obviously you're gonna want to eat the cookies, right? And so is that natural instinct that you're gonna eat those cookies because you're hungry, or is it like, are you gonna be listening to the nurture side, be like, oh, my mom told me not to eat the cookies, so I'm not gonna eat the cookies? But I don't know how that has
See,
to
but
tie
when
into
you're
it.
young,
You
I
don't
feel
know
like
the
you're not
difference.
really nurtured. Like you don't have much of that when you're young. Like you don't have the self-control yet to not do it. Like when
Okay,
you're
well,
older.
so then that doesn't mean self-control is a nurtured characteristic, and having self-control is a very large aspect of our lives, correct?
Not everybody has self-control though.
I mean, I would hope anyone above the age of like 15 or 16 has a decent enough self-control to not. I mean, obviously not everyone. I mean, it's hard to put everyone into a cluster into a question like this, but I feel like a majority of sane people in this society would probably be going on leaning to the side of nurture, just because of reasons like that, being self-controlled. I mean, like, it depends on how far you want to go into the topic as well. I guess it's like more of like, what
Here's
about
one
like
that, like-
working and like working in your desired field, in your specific field, I guess. Wouldn't that be more of a nurtured way of life?
In chat, like a good example of it is what somebody said scary. He said, it's like if you're a murderer, were you born that way or were you raised like that?
Oh, I feel like, I don't know, dude. Well, that could go all the way
See?
down to the mental disability thing. Like,
I feel like
someone could be
you're also
schizophrenic, and then that could cause them to be like, oh, everything's out to kill me, so I'm gonna kill it. Something like that. I mean,
I don't know,
What?
man. Stuff like that where you're saying if you're born a murderer or if you're raised like that. I think that's something that just happens like as you're growing up, like something traumatized you or something made
I'm
you
not
a
a
certain
murderer.
type of way, you know? I feel like you're not
Yeah,
born
yeah.
like I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna kill people, you know? I don't think you're born like that. I think
Yeah.
that's something that's just like you get triggered like at a young age and then you grow up your whole life knowing
But
that that's what you're gonna do probably.
that's back to what I was saying with the schizophrenic thing. Because so, do you guys remember about the Slenderman, the two girls that attacked their friend, because
Yeah.
they believe that Slenderman told them to, and one was medically charged with schizophrenia, and so to that case, it's like she wasn't nurtured to be a murderer. She was born with schizophrenia.
Wait, what'd they do?
So two girls basically took one of their friends out in the woods and like stabbed her like 20 something times, because they were told to by Slenderman to do so, that their friend was going to be a sacrifice to Slenderman. And that was, I think, in 2012, 2015, something around there.
Bro,
They got like years in
And
prison.
they were like
Good
12,
lawyer.
12 years old.
She just had a
or
good
something.
lawyer so that she doesn't have to go to prison.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying she was mentally charged with schizophrenia. So.
See, but then on the other side of that, it could be also like, well, how did like what led them to the whole Slenderman thing?
I
That
guess.
that's you're nurtured into like that.
Yeah,
in a
the
way.
internet will
Not like-
nurture you into that, I guess.
Yeah.
That is internet nurtured. I don't know. I guess you're right there. But
See, it
but
kind of is a
back
both thing.
back to like what I guess Tyler said when you were streaming is that if people with mental disabilities, I mean their way of life is going to be different. So the nature versus nurture, it's very like
I guess it's real situational.
very
Like,
situational. But
all right.
if I
feel like
had
that
to
covers
choose
it
a
pretty
general
good.
topic, okay, I want a final vote from everyone. I would
Alright.
choose nurture.
Choose nurture.
Yeah, I
Nurture.
think I would too.
Nurture,
I think
okay.
that's like more heavily impacted than.
I agree.
Nature.
Than nature.
Okay.
All right,
Glad-
here's the
glad we
next
all can
one.
agree.
So
Okay.
this one, I was told Devin is gonna have like a huge reaction to this if water is wet.
Okay. So we're going back to the good old is water wet.
Yeah.
This was a
What?
classic topic that flew through my high school. Everyone talked about it. It
I've
was a
never.
big
This has
debate.
never been a
We
thing.
weren't
like-
in
It
high
was a
school when
huge
this thing
debate
happened.
in high school for some reason, and I stand by that water is not wet. I will stand by it until the day I die. Water is not wet.
I think it was wet. man.
Wait, hold up. I just thought of some shit.
What did
Okay,
you think?
what?
I was always standing on the side that water's not wet as well, right?
Mhm.
But I might be changing my mind here
Uh-oh.
right now. Hear me out.
First
Okay.
person
What
is-
So,
what are the
You're
gears?
saying the reason why I was saying on the side that water wasn't wet was because that when something was wet, that means that water's on it, right?
Right.
So water is water. It can't be like on it, right? But if you
Okay.
got water and you add more water on top, technically that's water on water. And technically by definition, if you're saying that's what wet means, wouldn't that water be wet? then?
Water is not on water. If you're adding a liquid, you're
Unless
adding
it's
to
one,
it. You're
if
adding
it's
to
one
it.
atom
One-
of
one-
water, then
one
it's
atom-
not. But if it's 2 plus,
Then that just
then
it's still
it's
water.
wet.
Two
What if
molecules of H2O is water. One
don't
molecule
understand.
of H2O is water. 3 molecules of H2O is water.
Oh,
So therefore,
you're right,
water is
because
never on
you
water.
put the
Water is
3 in
water.
front and
It's
it never
always it'll always be
changes.
water. So
Yeah, but
water is not
the
wet.
iron in the water wet,
Yes.
Oh,
and all the impurities, are they wet?
the iron in the water,
Yes.
dude. What
And-
about the
and-
fluoride, huh?
It's
Wouldn't
wet.
the
Fluoride in the
Fluoride's
water.
wet.
Is that wet?
Wouldn't the water be dry?
See, but what if you add like purified water to say
Oh,
like
no.
salt water?
It's all water. It would just make the purified water would just be the
That's
combined
some-
forces
that's
of the
some
dirty
pretty
water
wet,
plus
salty
clean water
Yeah.
would be moderately clean water.
It'd be double
And-
wet water, dude.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess no, but I
don't even
it's hard
understand
it's hard to
this
make the argument. Okay, so basically, what the two sides I always hear is that is water wet? The people who say no is because water makes things wet, right? But then other people are like, duh, like water is wet because like if fire makes things hot, then fire is hot. Therefore,
That's what I was saying
water is
earlier
wet.
today, dude.
Wait, that's a good analogy though.
Well, the
because-
hot
But
thing
hot-
is
hot
you
is a-
can't
hot-
do-
hot
hot
is
is
a
a
state-
temperature.
How is a
what I
temperature
said.
a state of being?
It's
Yeah.
fire on
That-
fire.
that
though.
It's
doesn't really
different.
work
It's
too.
different.
It's fire
Unless
on
you're
fire.
burnt and
Is
being
fire,
burnt hot.
Devin,
What?
is fire on fire? Or is
No,
it
because
just...
fire is fire. That's the same principle. Fire is
Okay,
fire.
okay.
Water
I'm just
is
making
water.
sure you're keeping with your same
Continuity. I get what you're
consistency.
saying.
Yeah, I agree too. I just wanted to argue a little bit about it, but like or see where the other side would come from because I'd like to do that.
No, I don't know. It's
I
hard
think
for me
we all
because,
can
like I
agree.
said, I stand by the topic. The water is not
Yeah,
wet.
I think we can.
No
all
one
agree
will
it's
win this
not wet.
argument against me, but I'm glad we're all on the same page because I'd be roasting someone right now.
Damn, dude.
All right. Shall I
All
move
this
to the
talk
next
about
one?
water
I
got
don't-
me feeling really bad for California and their droughts. Aren't they
Damn.
having droughts or some shit?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's always on
Yeah.
fire over there, so who cares?
Yeah.
We're in
They get
California.
on
On
it's
fire, or is it just fire?
Is California fire? Next question. Is
right.
California fire?
Here's
Straight heat.
Yeah, the next one is cereal a soup?
The hot dog is sandwich.
Cereal. Oh, is a hot dog.
Yeah, I'd say cereal's a
These are
soup.
these are like food. The next two are food related. So
I say cereal is a soup.
cereal is a soup?
I don't
Yeah.
understand. Well, I mean,
I don't think it would be a soup.
what makes up a soup?
Yeah, what-
Food and liquid
Food
that you
and
eat with a
liquid.
spoon. Let's go. Come on.
So wouldn't
Next
a drink?
question.
Wouldn't like a cup of soda be a soup too?
No, there's,
There's
no food in soda.
your. Do you have chunks of food in your soda?
That's true. No, it shouldn't.
Is cereal a soup? I don't know. Well, okay, so
No.
we could. Okay, Siri. I didn't say you. I said soup.
You said cereal.
I don't.
Hey Siri.
Is cereal a soup?
Is that a bit
No,
of speakers?
no way.
don't
I
think
don't
so?
think so.
What
is.
Well,
classifies
straight
as
off my
soup?
head, I don't think so.
It
I don't know.
is.
We'd have to look at the definition.
Google on its way. Okay. Soup. Do you think I can just search soup?
Yeah.
A soup is primarily liquid food, generally
Yes.
served warm or hot, that is made by combining ingredients of meat or vegetables with
Oh,
stock,
no.
juice, water, or another liquid.
Mm-mm.
So it's not.
So it's
By
not.
definition, it's not a soup. Because
Well,
if
let
we
me
get
look
that
this up.
technical, what? What are you?
What is
if-
cereal?
If it says that it has to be a meat or vegetable, cereal is not a meat or vegetable. Sorry to break it to you, it's not. It's a grain most of the time, and then
Okay.
it's in stock, juice, water, or another liquid. I guess milk is a liquid, so you have half. It's half soup. Can we agree on that? That cereal is half soup.
No, I
No,
don't
it's
agree.
no zero
The-
soup.
Altogether, it is cereal.
Cereal
And-
is its own category,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a grain.
It's
inside of a
breakfast,
milk.
breakfast.
It's breakfast.
Mhm.
That's what
It's a grain in a milk, in a dairy product, a liquid dairy, 0% soup. Okay.
All right, can we go to the next?
I don't know.
one?
Joey's looking really intently at a web page that's probably telling him wrong, so he's gonna stop talking
It
and we're gonna
says
go to the
in
next
cereal
topic.
a soup or
Oh, okay.
salad.
Salad? No. Okay, we can.
We can move on. It's not a
All right.
salad.
The next one
So-
is a hot dog a sandwich?
Is
Yes.
a
I think a hot dog's a sandwich, honestly.
Yes.
I'm back with this.
Because
No.
it's two bread, or it's not two breads. It's one whole bread, but it's two things, and it's just
Bro,
like in the middle.
it's a something in the middle of two pieces of bread. That's what a sandwich is.
I think a hot dog is a sandwich because it is. Oh, that the topic's really long. It's like, yeah, it's a
soup.
because like
it's a
okay,
meat in between two buns.
okay, but there's also like some people like it's
No.
basically taking like a,
No.
a piece of bread, right?
Uh-huh.
No.
And so like you have a piece of bread, and let's say you put peanut butter on the bread, and then you just fold it like a hot dog. Do you call that a peanut butter?
yeah,
peanut
that's
butter and like
it's a
hot dog,
sandwich.
or do you call it
Sandwich.
peanut butter sandwich? Yeah,
You
it's peanut butter
you're
sandwich.
just only using half of the bread.
So that's
Yeah,
basically like
exactly.
what a hot
So
dog
that's
bun
basically what a
is.
hot dog
It's
is,
half of
yeah.
a bread.
Yeah,
When you think
so
about it.
Bread.
So hot
Hot
dog
dog
is
is a sandwich.
is a
half.
sandwich.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know because I think it's the style of bread you use.
No, bread is bread.
Because if you're
You can
saying
make a
that,
There's
then,
sandwich
also
with
like wheat
no
bread. There's
then how are
whole
you
grain
gonna say
bread.
you're saying a burger is a sandwich as well? Then
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
A
when
burger is
you're
a
at a
sandwich.
restaurant, it says sandwiches and it has.
I think a burger's a burger.
So you're saying it's a whole different category.
It's its own thing. Just a hot dog's a hot dog. It's its own thing.
Hot dog is just a hot dog. I feel like that can't be.
When I go to
burgers
a
are sa-
restaurant,
it's like
says
it's like
burgers
this.
and sandwiches, and then that's where all the burgers are.
Does it say hot dogs under
it's
sandwiches
like
as well? No.
is a square a
I've
rectangle?
not been to a restaurant
is
that
a
serves you
rectangle-
a hot dog.
Is a rectangle a square? It's like
Yeah,
that.
no.
No, a rectangle is not a square, but a square is a rectangle. So Mark's saying that a hot dog is a hot dog. but-
You can't
but a
compare
sandwich-
squares and
I don't know,
rectangles
that
to
doesn't really
hot
work.
dogs and sandwiches.
doesn't really work.
Yes,
as
you
much as I
can.
thought.
Yes, you can. I understand.
I was kind of
because-
going. You kind of
because
get right.
by the definition of rectangle is
Oh,
two sets of parallel sides.
whoa,
That's what
the
square has, but the definition of square is they're all equal sides. All right, so get this.
Yeah.
You're
So
saying a hot dog is a sandwich,
Mark is saying it's
but
not.
a
though.
sandwich cannot be a hot dog. But a hot dog can be a hot dog. So the hot dog is the square, and the sandwich is the rectangle.
I kind
A
of get where
sandwich
Joey's
can
going
be a
with
hot
this,
dog and a
but
sandwich,
very
and a
kind
hot
of.
dog can be a hot dog.
I
too.
appreciate him for trying to save me, but honestly, there's a broken analogy. But a hot
I
dog
understood.
is a sandwich. It's a sandwich.
No.
Why not, Mark? Why is it not a sandwich?
No.
Okay,
no.
It's not because you put completely different things in sandwiches and hot dogs.
I've
Okay,
seen
look-
people
Bro,
put lettuce on hot dogs.
So this might not be
Chicago
the
style.
most reliable source, but on Wikipedia it says a hot dog is a cooked sausage traditionally grilled or steamed, served in a sliced bun as a sandwich. It's
Ooh.
not
Ha.
the most reliable source, but that's
See,
what
but
it says on
in that
Wikipedia.
phrasing, I think it's meaning you are sandwiching
You always
the
are.
inner. Yeah,
You always
but
are.
Yeah.
it's it's
Yes,
using it
that's-
as a
that's what
as a term.
sandwich
It's not-
is, Mark.
no.
Okay, so Mark's saying in that sentence, it's saying sandwiching between two pieces
Yeah.
of bread, not meaning that
Yeah.
it is a sandwich. But when when something is sandwiched, does that make it a sandwich?
Yes, that's what a sandwich is.
No,
A
because
sandwich.
we're talking about sandwich, the food, and sandwich like the term is completely different. If
I
I'm
guess if
doing
you put
this to
two
my
rocks-
mic,
Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't make it a sandwich.
It doesn't make it a food. Are you a sandwich?
Yeah.
I guess not. But,
Okay, look. I looked up sandwich on Google. It says
Mhm.
sandwich, hamburger,
Sand-
bread. Oh, wait, never mind. Because it says cheese pizza. Fucking pizza's not a sandwich.
That's
Yeah,
a
I don't
pie.
think so.
Pizza's a pie.
Pizza.
Pizza
Oh, is
pie.
that really? Is a pizza
Yeah,
a pie?
Pizza is a pie.
Is this
Yeah.
another
Oh,
topic?
we going to
We've
this
got a
now?
bonus topic. Is
Uh-huh.
pizza a pie? I think so.
Yeah, I guess
So-
so.
So wait, so for us it was hot dog is a sandwich, is a sandwich, is a sandwich, not a
dog.
sandwich. Okay. So Mark is the only one that couldn't agree that
Hot
it's a
dog is a sandwich.
Yeah.
Is a sandwich. Is a sandwich not a sandwich?
Yeah, Mark isn't. Mark's against it.
Was that the same for you?
Yeah,
yeah,
that was the same.
Noah, this is Noah, Joey.
No, that's
Oh,
Mark,
yours was
bro.
wrong.
You're tweaking.
This is Mark.
It's Mark, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Wait,
Anyway,
Mark, point to me.
is
You're right here for me.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's all
that's
broken.
No one.
okay, so is pizza a pie? So
Yes.
I
is
think a
this
little bit
all
on
quick?
this one, dude.
Marcus
Okay.
is so disappointed.
So is pizza a pie? I say yes. It's a crust with a filling and toppings. That makes it
Yeah.
a pie. Noah,
Yeah.
you agree or
Yes.
disagree?
Yes.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes. So Mark, you agree as well?
Wait,
not
so
much
is
debate.
okay? Well, I just want to, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying, like,
You
if
want to
you're
get both
using,
sides of the argument?
yeah, if you're
Okay.
using that basic terminology that it needs to have a crust, filling, and toppings,
Mhm.
can't you technically call pies pizza then?
No,
Pizza
because
doesn't
a
have
pizza
filling.
is a well, yeah, it has the tomato.
Pizza does have, it has sauce, yeah.
sauce.
That's a topping, not a filling.
No.
No, that's a filling because then you put on top of it the cheese.
Yeah, you
and
put the
But then
cheese, which is a
can you also
topping.
call like a bagel a pie then?
Because then if you put crust and then cheese, I mean that's not a pizza.
No shit.
Well,
idiot.
because there's no filling, which is the pizza sauce.
Well, no, some people just
No.
like cheese.
But you still
Well,
had the
cheese-
pizza
cheese is a
sauce.
topping, yeah.
No, but there's no. It's not inside the dough on a pie.
It's not always
it's
inside the dough
doughed
either.
all the way around.
Not
yeah, because you-
necessarily.
No, not always.
Chocolate pie.
Oh, yeah,
chocolate
you're
pie is
right. I
crust
mean,
and then
yeah.
chocolate.
Pecan pie is.
Who eats a chocolate pie?
Yeah, you can have sauces.
Who,
Pizza.
or pecan pie? What about that? You have the pecans on top with the
Yeah,
pecan
A pumpkin
filling.
pie.
Pumpkin, exactly. It's the crust isn't always on top. Therefore, it has to go in the order of crust, filling, topping.
Pie.
I've never heard of sauceless pizza.
I've heard of sauces pizza.
That's not a
But it-
pizza. That's bread and cheese.
That's grilled
Yeah.
cheese.
That's bread and cheese.
It's
like,
baked.
like,
It's a baked cheese.
That's
You put that. You put that in the oven, dude. That's a baked cheese. I mean, it's not pizza. Sauceless, because that's like saying, like I said, you can't just have bread,
big
cheese,
nacho.
pepperoni. Yeah, it's a kind of a nacho.
It's a
big
fat nacho. It's a fat nacho.
The fat
That is
nacho, but that's like a
fat,
corn
dog.
chip. No, see, that's not a nacho. Nachos are corn chips. It can't be a nacho. Because nachos.
But
Okay,
then
but
nacho's
if you
like a
put cheese on
tortilla.
Doritos, do you call
That's
it
what a
nachos?
tortilla is.
Yes, because it's a corn chip.
Yeah, it is a
Wait,
corn
what?
Nachos
chip.
are
Doritos are corn.
corn chips. Yeah. Isn't any chip like corn chip? Technically.
No.
It's- No. No, I guess
No, not
potato
all
chip.
chips.
Not
There's potato
chips,
chips.
you idiot.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not
Ask
poker
him
chips
to-
either, you racist.
Yeah, poker
My
chips.
bad. My bad. Okay, what's the next topic? I think we've solved this. Pizza is a pie,
All right.
and hot dog is a sandwich. Despite what Mark says.
Here's this one.
What the-
I was just, getting clarification. Here's the next one. Is cheerleading a sport?
Is
Yes.
Yes.
This depends. It depends. So, to me, anything competitive is a sport. Okay.
We have esports for Pete's sake.
Exactly. And
Esports.
so, and that's competitive. So, like most people say, like, oh, it's like it has to be physical in order to be a sport. But then you have esports.
Yeah,
So, is
my
it two separate
wrist.
topics? Is it sports, esports, or is it esports, or is it sports and then
Oh,
esports
so we're turning
is a
this.
subtopic?
We're turning
Well,
this
I'm
into.
just saying it based off of that. So for me, it's like sports is a head category, right? And then there's
Mhm.
it's dividing
All the
properties.
subdivisions and
So there's
everything.
like physical sports, and then there's non-physical sports, and then cheerleading I think is a sport because it can be competitive, as well as
And
being
it's
physical
as
activity.
hell.
Yeah.
It is physical, yeah.
Because if you say cheerleading isn't a sport, then that means that like, but then you would say like golf is golf a sport if cheerleading
Golf is
isn't,
sport.
and then is NASCAR a sport? That's another thing. What do you guys
Is
think?
marching
about
band a sport?
it is it competitive?
Yeah.
Then it's a
Is
sport.
what?
I think
Competitive.
it's
marching
like,
band.
Marching.
I think it
I
goes
think they're all
based off
sports.
of being competitive. If anything's competitive,
Yeah, I
it's a
agree with
sport.
Devin.
Because like dance, like Spy is saying dance. People say like, oh, dance is a sport.
bowling and stuff like that.
It's competitive, and so therefore
Yeah.
it is a sport. A sport is.
I think it's a
act of being
sport. It's just
competitive.
like all the way down there on the like.
It's
you
like
know,
that's what I'm saying. It's
you're
like
you're barely a
physical,
sport.
physical,
You're lucky.
like contact physical or like moving physical, and then you have
Yeah.
like NASCAR where it's like way down there. It's like, oh, I'm about to drive a race car, and like
Then like that ties into the second part of the question, where is chess a sport?
Yeah.
yes, it's again it's competitive.
Chess
It's
is
just
a sport.
non-physical.
Table sport.
It's like a
anything.
strategic sport.
Anything
Esport.
like
Or I guess
it's.
they're all just.
That's what I feel like is if you put it in the simple phrasing
What does
that
the E
that-
stand for? Internet starts with an I.
It's electronic sport.
yeah, electronic sport I believe is what it is.
Oh.
I didn't know either, honestly.
I didn't know either, but when Noah said it, that reminded me that I feel like I once heard that electronic sport because it can't be internet sport because yeah, that's
Yeah.
All right, so we got that one done.
Billy
pretty
said
quick.
no one's gay.
that's thanks Billy.
All right, we got through that one pretty
Yeah,
quick.
I just feel like as soon as like you can't argue that if it's competitive, it's not a sport. Like think of one thing that is competitive that isn't a sport. Like if you can counter argue with that, then I mean then I'll have to argue with you. Like or then
Outmowing
you'll
my
have it.
neighbor with my lawn.
That's just
Have
like
you
a
watched that
personal.
guy?
That's a
Dude, that guy on
personal.
YouTube has like 2 million.
That's a competition, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that. Well, I don't know. I just think it has to be in a specific environment.
Like an event.
Yeah, I could say so.
Okay. Growing the biggest pumpkin at the fair.
That's an event.
Fair.
Event.
Okay.
Sport. Competitive. It's
I don't know
an
if
event,
that's
it's
I don't
sport.
think that's a sport.
Okay,
That's not a
so
sport.
like in high school,
Pumpkin
I was in
growing
robotics,
is not a
right?
sport.
And in high school, I was in robotics, so we had to build
Right.
a robot, and you think that's a sport? I don't think that's a sport. I think that's like a club.
Robotics.
That's like an extracurricular activity.
Esport.
It's a
Electronic
hobby.
sport.
It's the
Electronic
category, dude.
sport.
It's
Oh
an
my
electronic
God.
sport, hobby, non-physical
Yeah.
sport.
Isn't everything
Bam.
a sport then?
Well, okay. Well,
No.
then if
Life
you say
is
it
a
like that,
sport.
what
Life
about
is
what
a
about
sport.
what
yeah,
about
it's
photography?
competitive and
Because
it gets
people-
physical activity.
What about photography though?
No,
Sport.
that's a
No, it's not a sport.
That's a
That's
job.
an art form.
Yeah, that's more of like a
It's not
job or an
it's
art.
form. But
An
people
art.
are competitive with it. There's
Well, it
legit
could be both.
photo
Yeah.
competitions. So if you said it's competitive, it can be a sport. So is if like a group of photographers having a competition, is that a sports league right there, or is that just a lot of
Yes.
photographers taking pictures?
I
I
think
think they're
okay,
just
in
photographers.
general terms, that could be like a sports league, but it's just a
Sport.
photography
I just
competition.
think that's a lot of photographers, dude.
It depends what they make it into. I mean, you can if you want make it into.
They're gonna
it.
be fucking shoving each other and running to the.
But again,
finish
it doesn't
before
have
they
to be
get the-
physical. You know,
Is
now I'm
Minecraft
thinking
a sport?
Is what?
not just general
Minecraft?
Minecraft. You
Minecraft?
can make
Well,
bad
it could be
line.
an e-sport, yeah.
R.I.P. But you know, I don't know. Photography. Okay, so what makes photography not a sport then?
I don't know, dude. Like, how would you even consider that a sport?
It's
though?
competitive.
There's no balls
And it's an
involved.
event. It's an event. It doesn't have to be.
I think you have to
Esports-
have-
There's no
like-
teams involved.
I think you have to have a somewhat like a.
Well, chess is 1-on-1. You're not a team.
What?
You have to have some sort of like scoring
Yeah, what?
system.
Those are video games.
A
Esports are
scoring
teams.
system.
Yeah, how do you score like
Oh my
photography? I mean, I guess if you have
Yeah, well,
judges, but
if it's a tiered, like if someone that has to be first, there has to be some judging system, which therefore is a point.
yeah.
system.
So then for it to be technically like a sport, you would need like judges and stuff like that. At that point,
but
I'd
not
say it's a
Is that
everything.
considered
So-
just a competition though?
But what makes being okay? So if it makes it a competition, okay. So but that's competing, right?
Yeah, it's being competitive. Yeah.
But so wouldn't that be a sport?
I don't even know, dude. How is that considered a sport though? I'm
I
concerned.
What photography?
Yeah,
No,
I
just
still say no.
It's competition.
you say no. But why do you say no?
What
Because it's just a
competition?
competition. Well, like if it's a competition for photography, you say it's like a spot in like the front page of a magazine or something like that. You know.
That's not a sport.
But why not? It's competitive. That's
There's
what
no
we said
scoring
earlier.
system.
So
Okay, 'cause-
there has to be a
'cause
scoring
we're-
system. You're saying?
Yeah.
We're saying it's like a competition, right? So it says a competition is a contest or a rivalry between two or more entities, organisms, animals, individuals, blah blah blah. They're competing for resources, prestige, recognition, awards, social status, leadership,
Prestige.
profit.
It'd be
Yeah.
profit as well. But that's just being competitive, right? That's not the definition of a sport.
Yeah, no, that's the definition of a competition.
Of a competition. Okay. So being competitive. So okay. So Mark's saying that there has to be some sort of scoring system.
And
To
sports,
be-
okay, it says it's a noun, activity involving physical extortion or in skill, in which an individual or team
skill.
competes against another for others' entertainment.
Okay. So therefore, sports has to be entertaining, by definition. For
All
entertainment.
right. So then maybe golf isn't a sport.
yeah.
It's
Dang,
not.
dude, taking a shot at all those
All the golfers in the
all
chat.
the
dude.
golfers out there.
Hey,
dude.
I used to golf, dude. Get me out of this.
Okay,
To
so
all
well
the
that
golfers out there,
changes my definition
shit.
entirely. Well, my personal definition. So if therefore it has to be for entertainment. Isn't
Esports
viewing
are
an entertainment?
Viewing?
Viewing a magazine, that's for entertainment.
Mm,
right?
It could be
I
informative.
guess, yeah.
Oh, I guess it could be informative, like
Photography is
a
a
nature
sport.
magazine. That's the
Confirmed.
new. I'm putting that in my like Twitter bio. Dude, photography is a sport.
Varsity photography team.
Varsity.
Dude, I was on the yearbook club, dude. I don't know what you get out of here, dog.
All right,
Did you
I
have
feel
a
like this
photography
topic's
team?
over and done with.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't
What's
feel.
the
I don't
next?
feel satisfied. But
No, okay.
no, I mean we can end it there. But that's just gonna be lingering on me. We can end it there. I don't. There's
You're
no
gonna be
more
dreaming
arguments to
about
be
it,
had.
dude.
There's no more arguments to be had. We've said all of our points, but it's just like I'm not convinced.
You feel like that's like it,
I just
there
feel
should
like-
be a lot more to it.
I just feel like anything that's competitive and for either it's personal or others' entertainment, therefore it could be classified as a sport.
Wait,
Okay.
so back to the first thing. Is cheerleading a
Yes.
sport? Yes or
Cheerleading's a
no?
sport,
Yes.
Yes,
I think we can
I
all say
say
cheerleading
yes.
is a sport. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
okay. There's also such a thing. I'm gonna say this to Devin because I know it's gonna trigger him. There's also such a thing as competitive cloud watching and bird watching. Are those considered sports?
No,
Yes.
because there's no scoring system or like
yeah. Well, unless
entertainment.
there is a scoring system, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they have one, then
How
yeah,
do you
sure.
watch that?
I don't know. You could
If
just
they
look
have
at
one,
clouds
yeah.
and
People
say,
watch
"Hey,
clouds.
that looks like a cow." Well, how are you
Okay,
supposed
well
to know
here's
it looks
this.
like a
So
cow,
it said for entertainment,
So
right?
stupid.
So it may be
Yeah.
okay, so I take out the personal entertainment part of it because no one's gonna be spectating a cloud watching
what the heck?
competition.
Don't hate on hobbies.
I'm
What are you doing,
sorry. I
hobbies?
don't think anyone except for maybe like a 12-year-old's mom who like had to drive him there and is very disappointed in watching her kids, lay on the lawn and like stare up at the clouds with like 6 other kids. But there's no one going to be watching that. I'm sorry. So therefore competitive cloud watching is not a
I'm
sport.
pissed.
I'm sorry, Mark. All right,
Dude,
next
Marcus
topic.
about to go into the majors, dude.
All right. So here's the next one. I don't know how this one. It shouldn't be too hard for us. I have faith in us.
Okay.
How many holes does a straw have? 1 or 2?
I say 2.
One.
1,
One.
1.
2.
One very
one.
You say
long
one?
hole. One long
It's-
hole.
One
long
hole.
Oh, so you're saying
Yeah.
like this is the straw as a hole, and it's just through the middle.
That's one
Yes,
hole.
That's
in the
one
straw.
hole.
Okay,
Yeah, I
can see
see that.
And it's 2 sides to one hole.
Yeah.
It's 2 openings to the same hole.
Yeah, that one was pretty easy. I didn't think we
Okay,
would
yeah,
have
I
too
can-
much
But
trouble
so,
on that.
dude, is a straw
Oh,
a
God.
hole, dude? That's the
It's a
question.
No, it's a straw. All right.
Is a straw a hole? Is a long hole?
Here's this one. This one I don't think we're going to agree on.
Okay.
We might agree on it, but it's going to be kind of weird. So, how should a dog wear pants? From,
Okay.
like,
How I need to get an image for this. How should
so like
a
this. Say it.
dog
It's like this.
wear pants? I gotta
Is it
show
gonna
a
go
reference. I gotta show a reference
down
for the
or
stream.
from
You gotta
From,
show a
like,
reference.
here back.
Okay, so you know how the picture he's like that? Oh wait, hold on.
Here, I gotta
It's
pull up.
like
I'm pulling up a reference image.
This.
Video.
I want
okay.
the pants to be right here, going like this way, and have like his chest
I'm
up
not.
to his head, not pants.
Okay. Well, I can't find a reference image for it.
I think
Um,
it should be from like
The pants should not be covering his whole underside.
I think the pants should be covering his hips. His hips down.
just
Dogs
the
have
back
hips.
part.
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
back part.
See,
down.
I'm
think,
different.
yeah.
I think
You're
it covers the
different.
horizontal and down.
But those are not the dog's hips. Those are the dog's forearms. Or like, does the dog have?
When you
forearms?
look at a dog's
Underside.
underside, it's their like chest and then their stomach
Yeah.
and then their stuff, you know?
And they have like hips.
And
You're
their
trying
stuff,
to
you
block
know.
off the stuff because that's what the point of pants is.
Right.
And you want their stomach and chest to still be like I can go out shirtless and have it be like cool, you know? Like with
See,
dogs, it's the same way.
Oh, here
Put
it
the
is.
pants on
I think it's
the back
different.
way.
So we say the horizontal way is 1, right? So that's
And then
1, and then
vertical.
the vertical is 2. So
Yeah.
are we 1 or 2? Okay. So
I
there's
am
our
1.
reference image for real quick. So Mark is
Wait,
1.
let's go down the line. Yeah, I'm 1. Who's next?
Joey's 2.
Joe's 2.
Noah, are you
Noah.
2?
Wait, two is
2 is the
2
horizontal,
is
the vertical.
vertical.
So it's
Okay,
the
I'm 2.
2.
Devin,
So how?
if you want, I can give
I
you my
say-
argument to it.
I say 2, and I'll give you my argument. Okay. Pants have to have 2 legs. Right?
No.
Pants can't have 4 legs. Pants have to have 2 legs.
Pantalones.
They have 2
No.
legs.
What if somebody has
Therefore-
one leg? You're just gonna say that
Oh,
I mean,
They're
they
short
can't wear
then.
pants?
yes,
No, they can't. They have to wear pant.
They have to wear a pant. Yes, correct. Pants. One pant is 1 leg.
I
But
think-
like,
Oh,
but like
it's
when
not
they
that
say
much.
a pair of pants, like
Yeah,
it's
that
not
just doesn't
2
make sense.
Pants. It's one.
Okay,
pant.
so-
It's false.
The
2
way
pants.
I see this is the whole reason you're wearing pants is to cover your legs, right? You
Yeah.
want,
Okay.
yeah. So you're covering all of the dog's legs. Like it's for, like, you know, to cover your legs and to be a little, I don't know about if safer is the term, but to like, to protect more of your legs or to like not show your legs is
To
what pants
protect
do.
your legs.
Well, yeah, like if you're going out, you're gonna wear like jeans. So, like, say you're hunting or something, you're not wearing shorts.
Correct.
Sponsored me
So-
Mountain Dew.
That's monster.
Monster.
If so, if it was vertical, there would be no purpose to them, like at all.
So you're saying that it has to have a purpose in order to be like so you're going against so Mark is for like purpose rather than like how they look. Cuz I assumed all pairs of pants to look the same. Like that's why it has to be the second one because that looks like a normal pair of pants just on a dog.
I think
I-
pants can look different.
2. Next topic.
I think I
I
don't
mean, yeah,
think
we're
you
not
changed
gonna
my
find
mind.
an agreement on it. Yeah.
No, I just say 2. I just say the second way.
All right, we're skipping the next one because I don't.
What is it?
Which Hemsworth brother is the best? That's
I don't even know who Hemsworth is.
Chris,
Yeah,
dude,
me either.
Chris, the story.
All right.
Dude.
Yeah,
how
sure,
do you
Chris.
pronounce it? Is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
It's a GIF.
Okay,
See, I say GIF, but I know the proper.
Yeah, that's what I was
pronunciation
gonna
is
say.
GIF.
it's like so the guy like made a statement or that like you're supposed to pronounce it like with a
GIF.
J, like GIF,
Yeah.
but I will say GIF forever.
Same.
It's the same thing with the
That's
water's
how
not
I
one.
am.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
gonna
say
be
GIF.
pronounced GIF. I mean, cause like people make the argument, it's like, oh, giraffe. You
Or
say
God.
You don't say giraffe. You don't say
God,
jod.
dude. God.
You don't
it's
say jod.
Yeah, just
What?
because he wants us to say a certain way doesn't mean that's how I'm going.
Yeah, not happening. I'm saying GIF. It's happening.
Here's this one. What is the best
Yeah, that's quick.
shape of fries?
I like waffle
Ooh.
fries. I don't
Straight
know
cut.
why.
Straight cut.
Dude,
Oh,
this is
crinkle
hard.
Cut, dude.
I want some fries.
Crinkle cut fries are fucking amazing.
So wait, let's make
Best-
the categories first, right? So
Okay.
you can get the straight, crinkle, curly,
Waffle.
waffle.
Curly.
And I think that's about
I
it,
think
right?
that's about it. That's the four main.
Smiley fries. Bro,
And the smiley
I
fries.
don't, what are smiley fries?
Should we rank them?
What are smiley
Yeah,
fries?
let's rank them.
What are smiley
Let's
fries?
rank them.
Let's
Like
rank
so,
'em.
basically they're like a circle like this, and they have like a smiley face cut in the middle. Like
Does-
it's a
really?
It's a French fry. Yeah.
They served them at like my elementary school.
What? That blows my mind.
You
Is
can
it like
buy
the
'em.
dinosaur
They're
chicken
like
nuggets?
frozen- They're
They're
like
basically
frozen.
like
Those
that.
like weren't even dinosaurs. They were just like normal chicken nuggets.
Oh,
I can
well,
kind of see
anyway.
a dinosaur.
So there's shoestring fries, crinkle
Okay,
cut fries,
I don't know
steak
what
cut fries, waffle fries.
Okay,
curly
no,
fries.
we're-
There's too many.
There's a
Those are
lot
too
of
many.
type of
We
fries.
said curly, straight cut, waffle, or what was the other one? Curly, straight cut, waffle, or no? We said one more. I already
Crinkle.
forgot. Crinkle.
Crinkle.
What's crinkle?
I
Is
don't
that
know
like
if
the
we wanna do
wedgie?
this-
Are those
yeah,
like the
it's
wedgie kind
wavy
of looks?
ones.
Okay, so for
The
me,
wavy boys.
first
See-
is
wait, can we-
Chick-fil-A's waffle fries. Don't lose to anything.
Number 4. Those are trash.
Number 4.
What?
Number
Oh,
4.
Nothing beats Chick-fil-A waffle cut fries.
Oh, okay. Well, you had Whataburger? You have had Whataburger.
Yes, nothing beats Chick-fil-A waffle cut fries.
Number 4.
That's a promise.
Dude,
Next.
I'm pretty undecided in this.
Dude,
Okay.
I think. Okay. Well, let everybody
yeah,
give their top four fries.
Okay.
And then explain why.
Wait, we're doing like from restaurants and stuff, or
Yeah,
just
from
like the
restaurants.
Well,
style?
because that's obviously the reference. Because I mean, you're obviously
Yeah.
referencing off of something. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
with my. Okay, so wait, here's the thing though. I don't know who does curly the wavy
Jack in the
cut
Box?
ones.
Culver's.
Oh yeah, Culver's. Okay.
See, that's what I was gonna say, but it's different because we don't. I have no fucking clue what Culver's is.
Well, those are the wavy cut fries, but I guess I get what you're saying. But anyway, for me, so I'll say waffle. Okay, I'm gonna say waffle, curly. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, straight and then crinkle, and then for me, because Chick-fil-A obviously, Chick-fil-A waffle cut fries, dude, number one. And then we got Arby's curlies are really good, and so is like Jack in the Box, I guess. I think they have curly fries. I don't remember. I don't really care for. And then straight cut McDonald's fries are pretty dope, but like they get old. And then for us, the Culver's is what the only one I can think of for those other.
I don't even know any crinkle. Like
yeah,
honestly,
the crinkle cuts or is Culver's.
Churches, dude. Churches has great crinkle cut fries.
All right, Noah, or who's next?
I'll go next. I say my top is Whataburger. Well, my top is straight fries.
Okay.
Because I love Whataburger and McDonald's. Those fries are like, you know, the top of the line. I don't know.
I've heard a lot of people talk good about McDonald's, but
McDonald's,
I don't see it. But
then after that, it has to be crinkle cut. Then it's the curly, and then it's the waffle. That's my opinion right there, dude.
I'm gonna keep
Waffle
my
fries are
mouth
at the
shut.
bottom.
I'm gonna keep my.
I mean,
mouth
if anything,
shut.
I switch that up, then I'm gonna put waffle right before the curly because I don't like curly fries too much.
Curly fries are pretty mediocre,
but they
honestly.
are good though. They are good.
All right, Joey, have you made your decision?
If not, I can
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go my number one with the straight fries because Red Robin is like when they season them and they're straight to perfect thickness.
Those are steak fries. I object. Those are steak fries. Those are different.
What's considered steak fries?
Those are
like
thick
wedge boys.
Yeah, thick
Yeah,
wedges.
that's the ones I like.
But you,
Okay, well
that's
then-
not.
Well, then that's a different category.
Yeah, that's a
then.
different
Okay.
category. That can't
Pick
go.
those?
Nope.
What are you talking about?
Nope.
Okay, hold on.
because they're not straight cut.
Like churches, dude, or not.
So
KFC.
are you
Okay,
basically
okay,
saying you can't pick
okay.
them?
I got it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna put my number one at crinkle cut fries and I would say it would be straight fries from McDonald's, but dude, no, the Culver's fries, they're like
Culver's fries are
they're
good.
pretty thick and they're like not that much salt, which I just love. So those are super good. My second would be the straight fries from McDonald's because they're just always something to rely on. Except if you got a bad McDonald's, then they're cold. My number three, I'm gonna say the curly fries because they're either hit or miss. Like it just really depends on the place you go to. Like they're either gonna be super good or they're just gonna be trash. Like you really can't count on them.
I agree. Yeah, curly
And
fries are pretty, like I said, mediocre.
waffle fries, they're just like
I don't.
way too big for me, and I
Those-
feel like I'm just eating a potato, and that kind of defeats the purpose of it being a French fry.
I've never had a bad waffle cut experience. That's why this is so mind blowing.
I mean, they're good. I'll still
like
eat
I've
them,
had
but, like,
bad experience with straight cut and curly fries, but waffle cut fries have always been there to hold me up, dude. I've never had a bad waffle cut experience.
Chick-fil-A though, they have the most boring waffle fry. They have the most boring fries, but their chicken is
Bruh.
so good. The
I
fries,
object.
dude, I would just. It feels like I'm eating mashed potatoes. Like
I mean, I could get what you're saying, but I object. Anyway,
Alright,
Mark.
I'll do Chick-fil-A first with Devin. I feel I don't know. See, I'll eat a fry because I mean it's potato. I want the potato, and when I eat
Exactly.
that, I taste mainly potato.
Amen.
Then see if we're doing like the steak fries, the thick ones, then that would be second. But I guess if we're not doing those, then it would probably be straight, like just normal normal ones, not from McDonald's because they're always like fucking saggy and shit, and it's gross. Probably from like
bad
Whataburger.
McDonald's.
Well, I guess yeah, everyone around here is bad. Then I guess
Mhm.
Whataburger, and then probably curly fries. See, I would do curly fries like from Jack in the Box above, but there's too much fucking grease. Like I can't with all the grease
Yeah,
and
they're
oil
nasty.
it's so disgusting. So those are third, and then the last ones would be crinkle because like honestly, there's no
Dude,
places
Cane's? Mark Cane's?
Oh, you're right.
What
I
is
forgot
Cane's?
about Cane's,
You
dude.
guys have a
Cane's is
Cane's?
I
bomb.
forgot about Cane's. Never
Cane's is
mind.
pretty-
Cane's above the curly.
Okay, I thought you were about to say
Actually,
waffle. Don't say it, dude.
Cane's above the normal ones
Okay,
as well.
okay, thank God. Okay, I will stand by that. I can agree.
Yeah, crinkle cuts. Let's go.
I think I changed mine to
Okay.
waffle, crinkle, normal curly. I think
All right,
that's
so we
my
all agree
official-
Crinkle's pretty bomb.
Crinkle's
is what I
top
heard.
top 50%.
Yeah.
Top
Okay, okay.
50%.
So
All right.
now that we talked about that, you guys brought up McDonald's, and I wanted to tell you guys about something that happened yesterday at McDonald's, right?
Oh, we
okay.
got story
Billy's a
time.
fucking idiot.
Billy's a fucking idiot. Okay.
Oh, we had
Oh,
one of these.
God.
Yes, we had last
Okay,
time.
okay,
We had a
okay,
Billy is an
so-
idiot. Billy's an
so-
idiot. That should just
Alright,
be a new
the weekly
topic.
Billy, the weekly Billy
okay.
segment.
So what happens is Billy shows up in my house randomly. He's like, "Hey, let me go over." I'm like, "All right, bet, come on." So
Here we
he
go.
shows up, and we're outside in the backyard. Where we just built the trampoline for my nieces. So we're just tired. We're just chilling there. He comes inside. We play video games. We were here for like 2-3 hours, and Billy looks at me with a straight face. He's like, "I'm hungry." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay, deal with it." And he's like, "No, do you have any food?" And I was like, "Yeah, but not for you." And then I was just like trying to put him off because I wanted to keep playing games. And then he's like, "I'm hungry." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm hungry." I was like, "It's okay, okay. Like I'll feed you in a minute. Like I'll make you some ramen or something, right?"
I'll feed
so
you in a minute.
Yeah, I'll feed you in a minute because I wanted to keep playing games. Now keep in mind it's 1 a.m. and Billy's like, "Me hungry now." I was like, "Okay, fine." And I was like, "I'm gonna make you ramen, all right?" He's like, "All right." My brother-in-law comes over and he's like, "Hey," because my brother-in-law was drinking. Him and my brother were drinking, and so they're like, "Hey, I'll give you $10. Go to McDonald's and get us some food." Billy's like, "Okay, me get food." No, Billy's like, "Okay, we'll go get food." So we're going outside. Me, Marcos, and Billy are gonna go. My brother-in-law decides to go, and my sister goes too. So we
Oh,
go
God.
to the McDonald's
Gotta
up my
pack.
street, and we're all in line. We're all about to get our order, and then we order the meal, right? We get the 50 piece. We get the 50 piece. We get 4 drinks and we get 4 fries, whatever, right? And so we order that, and then Billy, in the top of his head, he's like, "Hey, I have a friend who works at the McDonald's almost across town. I can get us free food. So let's go over there." So we drive all the way, like 15, 20 minutes to the other McDonald's. We go over there to get food, right?
That's
And we're
cool.
going over there. As we get there, Billy realizes that car isn't there. His friend's car isn't
Oh
there.
my
So
God.
his friend isn't there. So we just ordered, but his friend isn't there to give us free food. So we're not gonna So
Yeah.
what was the point? And also they didn't have sweet tea or Dr. Pepper. And my sister got mad because she wanted sweet tea and the other guys wanted Dr. Pepper. What I left out is in the first McDonald's we had ordered.
Mhm.
And we had just drove off.
Oh my God, you
Oh
guys
Oh
just
my
left.
God.
I was wait.
Oh,
Oh
And
my
then we
God.
ordered at the other McDonald's, and then we're like, okay, they're like, it's gonna be 24, whatever. And we just pull off too because they don't have fucking, they don't,
the worst people, dude. I'd be pissed. I mean, I've
I
never
would be
worked like
too.
that.
they didn't have Coke. Okay, and then we go to the next McDonald's on that side of town, and we go in. The line is just so fucking long.
My
So
God.
we're like, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna go to Jack in the Box, right? So we go
Mhm.
to Jack in the Box. We pull up. Billy's like, "You order." I don't want to order. I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll order." So I go in, and then I was like, "Hey, they have 8 orders of tacos," and they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Hold up, just a minute." And then what's it called? Oh, they're like, "What's up, Billy?" Oh yeah, okay. And then Billy's like, "You know what? I don't want tacos. I want nuggets."
Oh my
So we
God.
leave the Jack in the Box. So keep in mind, we've already been to like 4 restaurants at 2 in the morning. We come all the way back to my McDonald's, right? The first McDonald's we went to. And we drive up, and Billy's like, "Yeah, so what I had gotten the first time is the exact same thing he ordered." He's
Oh
like,
my God.
He's like, "Can I have a 50-piece nugget? Can I get a Diet Coke, 2 Dr. Peppers, and a sweet tea?" And all you hear is, "Hey, these are the guys who left a few minutes ago. We'll tell them when they get to the register." I look at the screen, right? The screen, the first order that we had just ordered said 24 something, right?
Mhm.
And then it said, "Thank you for coming. Have a nice day." And then another screen popped up, and then it was 21. So in my head, they're gonna charge us for both orders.
Oh no.
And I knew that's what they were gonna do. So I was like, "Billy, let's leave." And then
Oh
brother
my
was
God.
like, "Billy, let's leave." And my sister's like, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna charge him. I was like, "No, Billy, let's fucking leave. They're gonna charge us $40 for 50 nuggets." And so we just reverse and we take off,
Oh
and then
my
we come
God.
home, and then I make Billy the ramen.
Oh my god.
Billy says he needs to explain.
No, that's
himself.
all we're getting.
No.
This is it's exactly what happened, right, Marcos? It's exactly what happened.
No need
It
for
was
explanation.
Marcos was in the front seat so fucking pissed off, dude. My sister was so pissed off. My
It's
brother-in-law was so pissed off.
Hey, these
And
are
we
the
didn't
guys
have
that
none.
left.
We wasted
Bruh.
about like 45 minutes to an hour. 2 hours? We left at 12. We got
Oh my
home
God.
at 2. We
And
wasted
just
2
for ramen.
hours
And
for
just to make
nuggets.
ramen.
And we didn't even get nuggets, dude. And
That's funny.
we just had ramen, dude. We just had ramen. It was so bad.
That's
It was,
funny.
it was stupid. That was and then okay, so I only had 2 ramens left.
Oh,
Well, you know, we
no.
usually do shopping at the end of the week. I only had 2 ramens left. I had chicken and I had cheesy cheddar. And I gave Billy the
Ew.
cheesy cheddar. And
Gross.
I gave Marcos the chicken. And Billy's like, "Oh, I only eat chicken." I was like, "Well, not today, bitch." Oh
Dang.
my god, dude. Yesterday was stupid. And Billy left at 4 in the morning. Me and Marcos didn't go to sleep. We didn't wake up. We were up at like 10 in the morning. We went to go eat tacos and then we both crashed out.
Sounds like a good
All
day to
right.
me.
It was it was
You wanna
it was-
continue
it was
with
an
more?
eventful day, dude. It was an eventful day.
Let's see. We've been going for about a little under an hour. So
Oh, we can do a few more. Then.
yeah, we can definitely do a few more.
All right. So the next one is it okay to recline your seat on an airplane?
I don't
Yes.
give a fuck.
I say yes.
I say it's because they're given you're given all that space to use. You know, if like let's say somebody's bigger, like me, I'm bigger, right? I'm gonna want the seat in front of me to be all the way up, but I have no control in the person in front of me because I bought the seat that I'm sitting
Oh,
in.
it's
So
looking.
I only have control of the seat that I'm sitting
Yeah.
in and the stuff that's above me. So if somebody in front of me wants to recline, I have
You
to
recline.
Deal with it.
You
Yeah, I
recline.
can
Yeah.
recline too. Yeah, because then
That's
I'll have
that's the
space.
way it goes.
Yeah.
How about this? The armrests. There's 3 seats, right?
Mm.
2 on the left and right,
so
1
who
in the
gets
middle.
the ones in the armrest?
Who
Oh,
gets what
shit.
armrest? So my theory has always
It's your
been
left.
if you're all the way on the right, like if you're on the far right,
So
you
if
get
you're like
the right armrest.
right.
If you're in the middle, you get the both. If you're on the left, you
What?
get the left. You
Really?
lean on the left, you lean on the right, and the middle gets both. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's
Because
fair,
if you're in
the
the middle-
seat's
Nah,
the
dude,
worst.
if he's
The middle
using it,
is the
then I
worst.
just lay off, and when he's not using it, I'm gonna use it. Like it's cool. It's whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, so the
I
reclining
don't
thing, like
know.
the couple of times that I've been on an airplane, I feel like the reclining's never been a problem. Like I never feel like someone's like way up in my face. Like I feel like they don't recline that far back. But the whole armrest thing, I've had problems with. But I agree because like if you get the window seat, you know, you're like sick. Like this is the window
Sick.
seat.
You can lean on the
Yeah,
plane.
and you can
you're
lean on the
good.
plane or whatever. So you
Billy's a
got
fucking
you
dumbass.
got plenty of options, right? And so if you're in the aisle, you're like you get the whole aisle
You,
to be
you
able
can
to
move your
stretch.
legs in the aisle. Yeah.
exactly.
But what about
So-
the other person on the other side of the aisle? What if they want to do the exact same thing?
I mean, you're
You
not
can
gonna be
both do it.
stretching across the whole aisle,
Yeah.
you know. But like, but the
What about
middle
the
seat,
flight
you're like,
attendant,
you're like
dude?
all
They
in
gotta get
between.
through.
That's like one little second.
Yeah, the
move
middle,
your
you
leg
gotta
and-
be worried. And
Yeah, you're like
yeah,
you're all next to 2 stinky people. You don't get to see anything cool. Like you don't have
Yeah.
your own space, so you should get the 2 middle
The
ones
2
because, for
armrests, yep.
compensation for being stuck in the middle. You know?
Yeah.
I can
I
say
agree.
I
that.
don't know, dude. I think that everybody should get their own fucking armrest, but there's not
Yeah.
enough space on a goddamn plane for that.
Yeah.
You do. If you're on the right, you get the arm one. The
Mhm.
right one, yeah. Yeah,
And
you
then-
don't get 2. Unless,
Except for your middle, and then you get
unless
both.
you're middle, yeah. I think
not-
that's pretty agreed on.
I think that's fair enough. Like I don't know what other way to be more fair. Like that seems
Yeah.
pretty. It's evenly dispersed. And then back to the recline thing. Like I said, I think we all can agree. You don't recline far back enough to really
As
screw with
the-
anyone.
As the plane's going up, and once it stops like inclining and starts like going straight, that's when everybody just all in one motion,
Boop.
seats back. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never touched my seat on an airplane, to be honest.
I
just
always
leave it.
lean
I
it
just
back.
leave it where it's
Oh, if you take your shoes off, you're just waiting to
Oh.
get donked as soon as we get off the plane, dude. Never
Really?
take your shoes
That-
off.
at. I've never done that either. I do when I sit there. I bring my headphones, dude. I sit there with my headphones, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
just sit there,
that's
dude,
what
for
I
the
do.
entire ride. I
If
don't
I
touch
fall
my
asleep,
seat.
I'll fall
I don't look at
asleep, yeah.
anyone. I'm just like either on my phone or I'm just staring at the back of the seat in front of me.
Mhm.
That's all I'm doing. Okay, what's the next question? That one was pretty simple.
This one's one of Noah's supernatural beliefs.
Okay, do you want to explain on that a little bit
Yeah.
more? Noah?
Yeah.
Are real.
Noah, do you want to explain
Noah?
a little bit more?
Oh shit, is he frozen or? Oh no, he's just not moving.
Yeah. Okay, so
my
supernatural
God.
beliefs. Like, do you believe in supernatural things? Like, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in like all that paraphernalia? Do you believe in like a lot of different things like that? Do you think a Ouija board is real, or is that just
No.
like, you know how people say
We
like, oh,
we
you
should
put
go
your
like
hand
one at a time. We should go
One
one
at
at
a
a
time?
time on these.
Yeah.
Cause like okay, so first one,
Well, like what do you believe in?
okay,
Like, I
let's
believe in ghosts.
okay,
I believe in like a lot of the stuff
okay.
like
Let's
that,
start
you
with
know?
ghosts. Like, what do you guys think about ghosts?
I think that ghosts. I
Um,
think that ghosts are real. I believe like spirits are real, dude. Because didn't they say like it's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit? So spirits are real. Because there can be good spirits and bad spirits. It just, you know,
Hmm.
they're up there.
well,
Depends on
Okay.
which
that's
one
if you
you're stuck
believe
with.
in religion, but I mean,
That's
for
also
those
as
of
well.
us
Who
yeah.
don't?
who are,
I mean, I think okay. So I'll say for the supernatural. So for ghosts, I've never had any kind of supernatural experience. I've had one, but I don't know. I was really young and I was
yeah, me
sleeping, right?
too. Me too.
All right, so this
Exactly
is
the
what
same
happened.
thing.
So I was sleeping, right? I'm laying there, I'm sleeping, and I wake up in the middle of the night. Okay, and mind you, I used to have like a lot of like bad dreams as a kid. I don't know what it was, but I never had a good experience with just like sleeping. And so I was laying there, dude, and I like woke up and I like kind of I thought I saw someone standing there, right? And I like did the whole like eye rubbing thing, cliche as it sounds. I did it. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And I like look a little bit more intently. And again, I didn't have my glasses and I am extremely blind, but I feel like I remember seeing the whatever was there changing a facial expression, like not that it was just like standing there, like I feel like I saw facial features and I
That is
saw a
creepy.
facial just change and I was like, that's not just like
Back to
that's not
bed.
just yeah no dude, I jumped, flipped on the light and I'm like, what is going on? And I didn't sleep the rest of that night, but
He had his karambit fade from under his pillow, ready to come out.
yeah, no, but that did happen. But again, I was really young, and again, a lot of factors.
Yeah.
It was dark. I always had a. This is actually before I had a TV in my room, so it was just dark. I didn't have my glasses. I can't see more than 3 feet in front of me without my glasses. So
My glass.
my glasses. But I don't know. I mean, but besides that, I mean, I've never really had anything else. So for, I can't say I don't want to say I don't believe in them, but I haven't had any reason to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? I don't disprove them, but I don't have too much of a say on that. What about you, Mark? You got anything?
I'm the same thing. Okay, so I have the same like the one maybe situation. I could have been dreaming. I could have been like it was like late at night, and so my room is like a rectangle, right? It's like a long rectangle.
But not a
And
square.
so on this end, yeah, not a square, just a rectangle. And on this end is my bed, and on that end is like a long hallway, or not long, but it's just like it goes down, and then on the end it's one door that flips this way, and then the restroom. So the door was closed, and I was asleep over here on this end, and out of nowhere I just remember waking up. I look at my phone, I'm like, dang, it's 3 a.m. and it's raining and all that outside. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. And as I turn to like go with like this to the other side of the pillow, the door just goes whoosh and like slams.
No.
And I was like, dude, I gotta be dreaming. So I just went back to bed, forgot about it.
Dude,
I was like,
door slamming's that's scary for me, dude.
Yeah,
That's when I
that's
would
it.
immediately be like, what is going on? I've honestly, okay, as weird as this sounds, I know we talked about this the first time I wanted to come to San Antonio. I want to believe in like ghosts and stuff like that. I want something scary to happen. Like, cause I remember us talking about it, dude. I'm like, dude, I want to stay in a haunted hotel or something, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
want to do something supernatural. Cause I want to experience that. I want to experience that, dude. You know how cool that would
Yeah, me
actually
too.
be if you could experience something that you, and then that would make you firmly believe like, yeah, ghosts are real. But like, door slams are that's pretty weird. I mean, like, it depends, like, obviously if the, windows draft or whatever, but if it's like wham, like,
yeah,
something's
no,
up,
it was
dude.
wham. All the windows were closed. I mean, it was raining,
something's
yeah,
up.
but yeah, and I don't know if like I was dreaming. I don't.
I know.
Oh yeah, my heart was pumping.
That's funny. Joey, do you have
Besides
anything like that? Oh, what
Yeah,
are
I
you
don't want to talk about it.
Oh
No.
shit! Okay.
That shit sketches me out.
Okay.
I had something.
I was gonna
where,
say like
what's up?
okay. I was just gonna say like opinion on it. I feel like I'm the same way as you. I have no reason not to believe it or to believe it, but
You want to
I'm more on the
experience
side of not. I'm more on the side of
Really?
not believing it, just because like
I
I
don't
find
know.
it so unrealistic, and
I get what you're saying.
maybe that's just
I'm borderline really. Like I don't think it's crazy that people believe, and like I wouldn't be surprised if like God descended from above. He said like, yeah, nah, fam, like spirits and ghosts aren't real, and be like, all right, thanks, dude, and you know, and then I'd go
and
on
then
to
he
the other
touched you,
side,
dude, inappropriately.
and then so you know, either way is fine with me. And Joey, what is if you don't want to have if you don't want to share a story, what is at least your side?
Yeah, I believe in ghosts. Hell yeah.
Okay.
But I
I'm a
don't.
firm
That's
believer, dude.
just fucking
So, like
crazy.
with me, when I was younger, I had a lot. When I was younger and right now, I had a lot of problems with sleeping. I was really an insomniac. I was always sleep deprived and stuff like that. So I always felt like I would see things. And there's just some times where I felt like things would happen and they weren't natural. You
Right.
know, like something would happen in my favor. And I always think I have really, really fucking bad luck. But there's just some things that would happen. I'm just like, you know, this isn't me doing it. This isn't anything that's just randomly occurring. You know, there's something either helping me out or something that's leading me on to something like, you know, worse or better.
Okay. But would that
Um,
not be religious? Or are you saying that it's
no, that's not,
spiritual?
I don't think that's religious. I just think that's just like an
I think it'd be more of
occurrence.
a
You know,
spiritual
like a
kind of thing.
supernatural occurrence thing.
Okay.
One thing I've always had is like you ever see those horror movies where like there's something like creeping in the corner and it's like shaking and it's like jittering like really fast like that, right? Sometimes I would look at family members or I'd look at like my parents or like, you know, like one time I had this really really bad nightmare, this really bad dream that I was being chased and I was being you know, attacked by something, by
Okay.
someone. And
Yes.
then I was like shaking and kicking and stuff like that. And my dad came to woke me. It's came to wake me up, and he was putting his hands on my shoulders, and he
Uh-huh.
was like, "Wake up, wake up, wake up!" But when I opened my eyes, all I saw was like that image, that dark image, that really vague, and it
Uh,
was like really like
that's
jittering and
that's
gross.
shaking. And
crazy.
I swear that I felt claws on my shoulders, dude. And
Oh,
it was my dad shaking me to wake up.
right.
But like the first thing I saw when I woke up was that black dark image, and then I
Uh,
passed out. I woke
that's
up again a
crazy.
few minutes later. I'm in my parents' bedroom. My dad said I was shaking uncontrollably in my sleep, and he woke me up and took me to my parents' room. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? That was not a dream. That was something that I felt like I was dreaming about, and it followed me. You know?
I've never had anything like that, so I
Now
don't know what to
that's
tell you.
like super.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's sleep paralysis. I've had
Sleep
that shit
paralysis,
hella.
dude.
Have you guys ever like woken up with a whole bunch of like red marks all over you and stuff? That
Yeah, I
happens to
used
me
to
like
have a lot
pretty
of
often.
scratches on
I
me.
don't know.
And then one time I told my dad about that, and I was like, Dad, like I wake up with all these scratches. But then he made me feel like such an idiot. He's like, oh yeah, because your sister puts the dog on top of you when you're asleep. And
Huh.
I'm like, the fucking but it's weird if you don't have animals. And
Yeah.
there's like one time where I had a lot of cuts and scars and bruises, and we didn't even have pets. We didn't have a dog inside. We had outside dogs, but not inside. So it's like, what the fuck? I don't
Yeah,
know, but
I don't
there's
know.
just
I've
a
never
lot of
had
shit
anything that
happened.
crazy. I've had some crazy dreams, but that's a whole different topic that we could talk about one day. Like I said, I used to have some stupid dreams.
Okay.
But
I got one. I got one more story.
okay.
One more story.
Okay.
My niece Darla, she's like 6 years old right now. When
Okay.
she was 4 years old, no, it was Haley. When Haley was 4 years old, she was living with her ex-boyfriend, and they were in another house, right? And in that house, apparently somebody burned to death, right? And
Before they lived
so
there, I assume.
before they lived there,
Okay.
before way before they lived there,
After they
way,
live there.
yeah,
Wow.
during their fucking living there. No, she said that somebody had burned in the house, somebody had died in the house. It was a whole family, but my niece would always talk to somebody,
Oh
and she was
no,
always like,
dude. That's when
she
you
was
just
like,
dump the kid. It's over, dude. You're possessed.
she was always talking to somebody. And
That's like
it wasn't to Darla, her younger sister. It wasn't to my sister's ex-boyfriend. It wasn't to my sister. It wasn't to none of them. I forgot it started. It was like this basic name like Toby
dude,
or like Chris
that
or
is
something,
such
right?
like that's the beginning of
And
a horror movie. That's when
and
you
so
just
she,
quit. You're done.
and,
It's over. You start
she's like,
filming and you make $1 million.
she's like, Mom, do we have any extra snacks? And she's like, what? Why? Like for who? You and Darla already had snacks. Oh, she's like, for the dark boy. And then
Oh
they're
my
like, Dark Boy.
God.
And she's like, yeah, for the Dark Boy. And then she takes my sister into the room to go see the Dark Boy. There's no Dark Boy there.
There's nothing there
It's
because it's a ghost.
See, but what if
Then-
this is the whole like imaginary friend thing that like kids have?
That's
No,
true.
but then we find out later on, that there was a family that died there, and that one of the child, it was like a 6 or 7 year old kid burned alive. And then I'm just like thinking like, what the fuck? She's having visions of like a little kid with her and stuff. And then
What
there's
if-
also one time
What if
where
it's Dark
Darla,
Boy
the
because he
young-
got burnt?
yeah, he was a Dark Boy
Because he
got
got burnt
charred.
alive. He was
And
charred.
Then my niece Darla, she had said that, oh no, my sister one time, like we went to the hospital, we went to, we were having this big argument because my niece Darla had this big black bruise on her back.
Oh god.
And like they were wondering what could have made that bruise. My brother-in-law didn't hit her. None of the
Right.
other grandparents hit her. We didn't hit her. My sister didn't hit her. My niece did, like, she wasn't strong enough to make that much of an impression on her. We went to the hospital and they're saying, oh, it appeared out of nowhere. They're like, does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt her, but it's a big black bruise. And it was also tied to that other previous family. That father would abuse his kids and he would hit them. So basically what they were trying to pin is that mark came from being hit from like the father.
I don't know.
Burnt
See that?
dead.
A lot
That-
of weird shit
I don't
that
believe
house.
in that one because that kids get bruises like
That's true.
all the time. Like I remember being a kid and being like, "Wow, I'm bleeding. I don't even remember like, how this happened."
I'd be like hanging out with my friends and be like, oh, where'd you get a bruise? I'm like, bruise? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Just like I have a big old welt on my side of my arm.
Or like scab or something, and I'm just like, Joey just turned on his light, bro.
Yeah.
He really is not about it right
Big.
now.
I'm gonna tell you my scary ghost story.
Oh, and the lights have to be on for it?
This is like I have plenty of these stories though, for real. But this is like the one that like decided my fucking standpoint that there's some fucked crazy shit going on and I don't want any part of it.
Okay.
So
I'm intrigued.
it started off as just dude, and this was probably like 3 or 4 months ago too. And it started off as just like regular day. I probably went to work. It was probably like by the time this was all coming into place, it's probably like 12 and I'm getting off my computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just walking and I always have the lights on outside this door. They're always on
Right. Your
so
big
that
open
when I
room.
leave, I can see because the light switch is all the way down. But this night, like the lights weren't on. I don't know why. So I was walking through the dark after I turned this light off. Walking through the dark, I get to the stairs, and like that's where the light switch for the above the stairs is. And I get to the stairs, and I'm just walking, and then all of a sudden I felt something like it felt like as if somebody like was pushing their hand out like this, and if I were to just walk into it, that's what it felt like. So I like
Whoa.
kind of like woo, and I was like I instantly like eyes like wide. I was like, and I put my hands out in front of me, and I just went like this. I was like, and there was nothing there, and I was like, what the fuck? So I turned on the lights. And I booked it up the stairs and I fucking went straight to my room, all right? And then this is like I used to have like sleep paralysis, not like all the time, but like pretty often when I was younger. After this shit, same day, right? It's like 3 a.m. and I wake up and I'm on my back and I cannot move at all. And there's like these 3 like figures like standing, like it looked like they were leaning over my bed, like looking at me. It was fucking crazy. And I was like, I woke up and I was there and I couldn't move. And I like heard this like kind of, it was like weird, constant, just like noise. Right? And these 3, like I couldn't tell, these shapes were like looking at me. And then I couldn't move. I was freaking out and I was just like, fuck. And I was like freezing cold, but just like sweating. And I was just sitting there like this. I couldn't do shit. And like, I was just like, closed my eyes. I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm over this shit. And the one in the middle, like started like reaching toward me. and
Oh.
he like I don't know what he did, but like it was like he put like a bag over my head, like it went black like from the top
Oh my
down,
god.
and then like I was out, and then like the next morning I woke up and I felt like shit. Like I felt
That
like
was
complete
aliens.
shit.
That wasn't a ghost, dude. Those were
Dude, that was
aliens.
me and
You
my
I
got
felt like
probed.
complete shit, and
we
I
wanted
was
to come
just
say
like,
hi, but
fuck.
you were asleep.
You got
And like I
probed.
was like
It's
processing everything from the night before. I was just like, that's fucked shit.
you were
And
just an
I
alien
now,
test rat.
yeah,
Lab rat.
now I was like, I
You
told my
just got
dad, I was
raped by
like, never
aliens.
turn these fucking lights off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, if these lights are off, I'm staying in this room for the
Dude,
rest of the
yeah.
night.
It was
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
That sounds crazy.
Have you
dude.
ever
Like,
had sleep paralysis? Dude, it's fucking
I
wild.
feel like I have. That's when I was going back to one of my other dreams, but we'll talk about like stupid dreams another time. But I've had it one time that I can remember pretty vividly.
I don't
But
think I've ever had
I don't know. Besides that, not really. But I guess for the ghost aspect, I've never had anything that crazy. I probably will
Yeah,
tonight
neither.
because I'll have some stupid dream about it. Because Joey's
Just
vivid
don't sleep on your
description.
back.
I never
If you
seen
sleep
one
on your
before.
back, it
Do you guys
increases
believe
your
in the
rate to
haunting
have
hour?
sleep paralysis.
What
What
you
is that?
saying, Noah?
Do you guys believe in the haunting hour, which is like 3 p.m.?
Yeah, I heard.
Or
I thought
3
it was 3
I'm
a.m.
sorry.
Yeah,
3 a.m.,
it's
yeah.
like
3 a.m.
it's basically like all the ghosts and spirits are out at 3 a.m.
I mean,
it's
I
like-
didn't know that.
Bro,
and
that's what
when
time
my
I
thing
woke
happened,
up.
dude.
That's what time I woke up in that story.
That's
3
true.
a.m.
3 a.m.
Same
is supposed to be
thing.
like the haunted hour. Yeah.
That's when my thing happened, dude. I didn't even know that was a
Oh
thing.
shit.
Dang. Maybe it is real.
Dude, I
Because
don't know, man.
that's
I'm
two
just-
that's two solid stories, dude, for 3 a.m.
So like there's a
I better
difference
be asleep.
between what I can see and what I can't, and like something that I can perceive and something that I can't. Like
Okay.
if it's like let's say okay, let's just say this. I'm more scared of a ghost or like some ominous figure that I cannot see than somebody like with a gun pointed to my head or something like that. I'd be more scared of something that I can't see, I can't feel, that I have no control over.
See,
Whereas if somebody was pointing something to my head or
I
if
guess I
somebody was
kinda get what you're
threatening me or
saying.
that, then I'm more scared of something that's not in front of me.
I
At
think
least
it's
you know what's going on.
See, I think with the guy, say with the gun, because he shoots you once in the head, you're dead. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
You're not feeling nothing. It's over. With the others, say spirits, ghosts, whatever, you don't know if they're torturing you. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean, I think I've told this story with like a whole bunch of people. This is more on like the real life stuff. Like I know is real, like happened or whatever. So like this was when I was like a sophomore in high school. I went with my cousins because they live in like a small town near Dallas, maybe like a few hours out.
Mhm.
And the population is really small. It's maybe like 1,000 people.
Oh, that's right.
And or maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's like
But I get what you're
2,000
saying.
to 3,000. It's pretty small. And so we went and we were with their friends and they did like a lot of hood rat shit and like
Hood Gangster.
yeah, they're crazy. Yeah. And basically we fit like 6 of us inside some small compact car. We're all squished together. It was 3 guys and 2 girls, I think.
That only makes
We're
five.
going-
5.
Yeah. Maybe it was 4 guys, 2 girls. We're going and so they're like, all right, we're gonna go to this like haunted place.
think
I
I
don't know
remember
what
hearing
they
this
said it was
story.
haunted for. Yeah, I've told you guys before, but this is
Uh-huh.
like for everyone else who
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
heard. We go to this haunted area. It was supposed to be like a gate, and we go past it, and it's like into the woods kind of. And we're walking in the woods the whole time. I'm fucking around with them. I pick up rocks and I'm throwing them in the bushes and shit.
Sounds like
and,
Mark.
Yeah, and this like I'm fucking with them the whole time. I'm in the back. My cousins are like all the way in the front, hiding behind bushes, jumping out, and it's like funny or whatever. We're walking and we're following the trail, and then we're like, oh, okay, well, it's gonna end soon up here. It ends at like just one like solid light post right there in the middle of like the woods. There's just a light,
What the
and
heck?
it's shining down, and there's a guy in like a plaid shirt.
No.
and he has a bat in his hand. And he's just there looking down. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, nobody else is here. Like, what's going on? He's there looking down. I turn and we all look at him. And we're like, all right, we're going to turn around and walk back. So we turned around. We're walking back. We don't want to run. Because then, like, he might be going all ape shit. So we turn around and we walk back. And I just turn and check. And I see he's, like, following us. I'm like, what is he doing, dude?
No
and, like,
way.
Yeah, it was scary, bro. And like he
What?
was tall too. He wasn't like no like short guy. Because I mean, we could fuck up some normal guy, but he had a bat. He was a tall guy. And like I remember thinking like, dude, I'll trip one of these girls right now. I swear to God. No.
I ain't going first, that's for sure. I ain't going first.
No, we just started booking it, and eventually, like, we lost him, or he just stopped. Like, he did like run after us when we started
No
running,
way.
and eventually he just like stopped and went back or something. But like that's like the scariest thing that's ever happened, probably to me.
Yo,
Like
what's
that was just
shit
creepy.
over there in Mark's room, bro?
It's my
Yeah.
dog.
White shit over there.
Dude, I
This is
don't,
my
dude,
dog.
that's crazy.
Dude,
I
I
don't
feel
think I
like-
had anything like that.
I feel like if there were ever something like that, where like let's say like I saw somebody and it was something like, you know, there's something I could probably see or touch or feel, then I wouldn't run. I'm a big guy. I can't run.
That's true.
I'm a hunker down. And if I'm dying, hey, I'm
Hunker
getting
down.
a few punches in, dude. You know?
See,
Yeah.
like if it was us four guys in that situation with like some tall guy with a bat, oh, I feel like we could probably
Dude,
take him.
I
I'm
mean, I
pissed.
might take a couple clocks to the head, but I'll do it for the team, dude.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. That's what I said. If one of us is turning, like we're all turning.
Dude, I'm pissed because maybe 2-3 months ago, I went with my sister to something called the Donkey Lady Bridge. It's the thing we try to
went
go
there.
to. With you.
Yeah.
We went with Devin.
Well,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
didn't really go
So-
all the way, but
So we
We're
went
pussies.
and there was some random girls and like another guy, and they're like, let's go in. And the guy's like, no, fuck no, I ain't going in there. He's like, I'm black. You see movies, the black guy always dies first. And the guy was like, he
Okay.
did not want to go. No, he didn't want to go at all.
Oh,
And the girls were like, oh, like, you know, come on, don't be a pussy. Come on, don't be
I
a
would
pussy.
not want that shit.
And they're like, we pulled up and they're like, are you guys cops? We're like, no, we're not cops. We want to go walking. And they're like, oh shit, come on. And the guy's like, well, fuck, if he goes, I'll go. Bet, I'll go. So we walked like a mile into the woods, dude.
See, dude, I
It's
couldn't have
dark
done
as
that.
fuck. You know, it's
Yeah.
quiet, it's creepy. The wind is blowing, so
I'm
it
happy with
sounds
where we
like
went.
there's like howling noises. It just sounds really creepy, really edgy, dude.
it was when we were there too. It was,
Dude, it
fucking
was pretty
creepy.
weird. When
We
went.
get to one part of the area, right?
Mhm.
And then like there's like a white bush. Or not a white bush. It was something white and it was moving. The
rabbit.
black guy fucking took off like a rocket. He scared the shit out of the two girls and they took off too. And
Oh,
then there was one
no.
girl who was like a little bit bigger. She's like, I ain't
I
running.
ain't
Let's
running.
die together. That's what she
I
said.
ain't running.
I'm like, bet. I fucking pulled out my knife, flicked it up. I was like, come on, let's go. And then we walked to it. It was a trash bag that was
Oh
caught
my
in a
God.
branch. And so, like, I don't know
It
what
wasn't a
happened,
bunny.
but all you hear is,
Oh my God.
there was some screaming that came from like a few feet to the other side. So everybody
What?
runs this way. The bag's over here. The
Right.
screaming comes from all the way
Oh,
over
from
here.
farther back?
From further
Oh
away.
my God.
It flipped me and that girl out. So, you know, we said we were gonna fight. Fuck that.
What?
We took off.
Yeah, there you go.
We were hauling ass. We caught up to the other people who were still running.
Oh my
They were still
God.
running. But
You had a
the
real
other girl-
purpose to run down, dude. You're like, I
the
ain't
girl
scared
who
no
stayed with
trash
me,
bag.
dude, she had Converse on. All the other
Huh.
girls had chanclas and flip flops on. Dude. So you better believe me and that girl were taking off.
Yeah.
And I was pissed because I dropped my knife, man.
Oh.
It was a fucking nice, fucking galvanized knife. It was like $30. I'm like, fuck, I dropped my knife. She's like, oh, you want to go get it? I'm like, fuck. No. It's like whoever finds it tomorrow will be lucky. Shit.
Dang.
Oh, but dude, I just hate. I'm a pussy when it comes to scary things.
I don't know,
One
dude.
of
You're
these
like,
days,
bet, I'll
dude.
go, dude. I wouldn't even go into
Dude,
that
no, I
forest.
mean, I like when it's with friends and stuff like that. I
Dude,
understand.
I
I always
couldn't
want
do
to
it.
go to haunted houses and haunted places, but
Oh,
like,
hell no.
I can't play scary games.
See, like,
See,
okay,
but there's the
no,
thing with
that's
haunted
different than-
houses. Yeah, it's like you know it's
dude,
controlled.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't like haunted houses. I don't.
I would much
at
rather do
all.
haunted house than do random forest
Okay,
with screaming.
forest is different. Forest is different because it's at least it's in an open
It's-
environment where anything
some-
can happen. So like, for
anyone
me,
can
it's
be
like,
there, some
yeah. So it's like
weirdo, yeah.
forest. It's like random forest is like at the bottom. Then we got like haunted house, and then we got like an actual haunted place. Like I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that like the most personally because you don't know if something might not happen. You know, so you're like potentially okay. But it's like I hate haunted houses. I don't know why. I can't even get myself to step foot in one.
I could do a haunted.
I'd
house.
rather go into an actual haunted building because there's the potential of something not
What
happening.
about Graveyard 3 a.m. Pokemon Go?
Bottom,
With a hot
dude.
girl.
Bottom. Ooh,
Pokemon
But
Go.
it's a
Wait,
hot
what?
girl.
below middle, but still towards the bottom.
But it's a hot girl.
Dude, I would be the one screaming before the girl,
I
and that is
could
a
do it.
promise.
It wasn't even.
What?
Never
I could
mind.
do it.
No, I can't. I mean, okay, it would really take some. I would go. I think I could do it for a little bit, and I'd be like, all right, this is good enough. Like, let's get out of here. Like, I don't know. I couldn't do it the
In
whole time.
any situation, if it's an actual like person, he's gonna want the girl more than me. Like, fucking.
This is true.
You
Can you
have
really
her.
just leave the girl?
I didn't know her for that
You're
long, dude.
You're very disrespectful towards females, Mark. You think that
I mean,
they're
not
bait
like
for
I-
anything?
It's
Not like I knew her my
he or
whole
her,
life, dude.
He's choosing himself, man. Let him be. Let him be.
I don't think I
Yeah.
want to get in that situation. Let's not even think about that situation. Let's just go to the graveyard at 3 a.m. and just be on with it, okay? Okay. That's good enough for me.
What's probably the scariest thing you
Jimmy,
could
give
see?
me. Shorty,
feel
give
like
me
people
top on a
ask-
tombstone.
Yeah, I
Hey.
feel like people ask for that shit. Like you ever see scary movies and they're like, "Oh, let's go into this haunted house where people have died. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Everybody gets killed." Like you fucking
Yeah.
asked for that. You went into
Kind
the
of.
place.
I mean, I guess, but if I'm going to a haunted place, I'm not asking to get killed, personally. I mean, if I want to go to a haunted hotel, I mean, I don't want to die. I just want to see some ghost shit, you know? Talk to some spirits, see like, yo, how's it like in the afterlife? And then they like probably possess me, but it's fine. I wanted to experience it, not to die. I don't know. That's me. But what were you saying, Mark? Were you about to say something? I think
I was
talked
gonna
over you.
say, what's like the scariest, say, figure you could see, like graveyard 3 a.m. You and another girl, you're there. What's like the most monka-ass fucking eyes wide open, I'm running
Ooh.
situation?
All right, so you see this thing, right? It's like you're kind of making out. You're like, what is that? You see some like figure, right? And like at first it just looks like a guy, which is already creeping you out, right? You're like looking like what's going on, dude? And all of a sudden, dude, he starts raising his arms, dude. He's got 4 of them, and he's like 6'9", dude, and he's got like a
Machamp.
fedora on, yeah, like a
Machamp,
Machamp. You see Machamp sitting in the woods, dude.
He's all
He's like
swollen,
boom,
this
boom,
guy.
boom, hitting with all 4 of his arms, dude. I'm running the other way. I think that might be one of those times where you're tripping the girl and you're on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that.
I mean, he does have 4 arms, so
A
he
big
could probably
s-
grab her and grab you.
swole 4 arms. I think
I
that'll
just think
definitely do it for me.
Anything tall, dude. Anything tall. 'Cause
Anything
that's, like-
taller than
it's,
me
like,
or buffer than me.
fucking unnatural, yeah.
That's a
pretty
lot of
cool.
things.
Yeah.
Though.
It's a lot of things, yeah.
Or a bear. I wouldn't like to see a
Nothing.
bear in 3 I don't think I would want to see a bear at
A
3 a.m. in the
bear.
graveyard either. You know,
I'm
let's
pretty
say
sure-
anything
what the fuck,
anything
dude?
that can eat me or hurt me. I don't want to see at the graveyard at
Dude,
3
what if the
a.m.
girl's taking you there to sacrifice you, dude?
That's fine.
Yeah,
she's
that's
wrong.
fine.
She's,
She's wrong.
bad.
If
She's
you're like,
gonna
yeah,
end up being
if-
the
Yeah,
sacrifice.
because
Little did she
someone's gonna
know.
be sacrificed today.
Ain't gonna be
Not
me.
me.
If she's bad, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
if that's
my
what
God,
she's
Joey.
into, dude, I'm down. I'm just
Me
no.
too.
No, Joey, stop talking. That was my Joey impersonation. No, dude, I don't think I want to see. I don't think I want to see anything. Can nothing be an answer? I don't want to see anything. It'd all creep me out. Bunnies or not, or
What's
plastic
probably
bags.
like the creepiest spot to be in then? Cause like forest, middle of the forest versus
Forest.
graveyard. I think
Middle of
forest
forest,
for sure.
middle of forest for sure. And anything where there's nothing in your radius, like that, like
Yeah.
your field of view is about like 5 feet in front of you, and there's just anything around you. I mean, forest would be the worst. I mean, graveyard would be pretty scary too, but you at least have salvation somewhere in the
Yeah,
next
near.
couple minutes of sprinting your ass off. Haunted hotel, I feel like haunted house, haunted hotel is more towards the bottom because you're at least in a secured environment, unless
Yeah.
someone breaks in and like there's a murder situation, then you're kind of screwed that way. But for supernatural, I'd say that like a house or something would be the bottom for me. But yeah, forest.
I
Forest
think
would be
I
pretty scary. Forest would be pretty
Forest-
scary.
Forest is the worst, probably. Yeah.
Because that's anything.
I think
dude.
graveyard, dude.
Really?
You
I'm
think
just
graveyard's
scared-
worse?
I'm just scared of fucking. Yeah, I'm just chilling there, right? So first of all, why the fuck would I be chilling in the graveyard? Anyways, I'm just chilling there, and I just see like the fucking the angels holding a cross, right? It's holding a cross. It's just there. I'm walking, doing my own thing, you know, being my bad self. And then the fucking angel just drops the cross and gets up. And it's like,
no.
no.
That's a no-go. What? Or you see just an arm just out of the ground and just like nab at your little ankles, dude.
Dude,
See, that doesn't scare me that much.
If I was with somebody there, dude, I wouldn't care like what the situation is. Family, friend, someone I love, someone I care about. Fuck that. I'm out. If something touches me, I'm out. I'm
no,
gone,
like,
dude.
like the undead, like zombie or like skeleton stuff coming out of the floor. That doesn't really scare me. It's like you've been down there so long. You know,
telling me a mob of skeletons with infinite amounts of arrows,
Bone
dude.
arrows,
That
dude.
you're saying you wouldn't be scared for your life, dude. I would. No,
I mean,
thank you.
I played Minecraft, so I
That's true.
fort the fuck up and.
Because you dig into a mountain, dude, place the door and it's over. You win.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know, dude. The undead stuff. It's crazy. Like for me, it would be like, okay, what's the one zombie movie that's like it's like kind of funny at the same Zombie Land? Is that the one where it's like supposed to be still kind of
yeah.
The
funny?
amusement park, is that what that one is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't remember.
It's
Ooh,
the
an
one where
amusement park would be pretty scary, like an
It's,
abandoned one.
Ooh, yeah.
It's
Ooh,
Jesse
that would be
Eisenberg,
pretty
with
high.
Woody Harrelson. And
I don't
like,
know, but there's
they're
like one
trying
where
to
it's
go
like,
from one place.
yeah. So like, I don't know. Cause like I remember the beginning. Yes, the Twinkie one. Yeah, Lynn's knows the Twinkie
the
one.
Zombieland.
Okay, that one. So yeah, so like I feel like that would be pretty crazy because that like they're like jumping at people's cars, they're breaking into houses and whatever. Like that one, that's pretty scary. I don't know how like
Dude.
in my immediate arm radius, I have nothing to defend myself. If a zombie just opens up my door and is like, "Yo, dude, you're about to be eaten," I'd be like, "Well, game over, dude. I don't got nothing to protect me."
I think the scariest like thing about that is like, have you ever seen 28 Weeks Later?
Mm-mm.
No, 28 Days Later. No, they're not really zombies. It's like a rage virus, and
Okay.
like these things aren't walking slowly at you. They're
Right.
not like
Oh, kind of like
like-
I Am Legend, something crazy
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those things.
Oh.
Dude, it would
Yeah.
be over immediately.
that is some shit. I'm just like, what the fuck?
If
Hell
it was
no.
like that, yeah, if it was like that, there is absolutely no chance. But if they're like little slow walkers, I mean, but they would still,
Like The Walking Dead.
That's
yeah,
Walking
Or they're
Dead, dude.
slow.
yeah,
I'm trained.
yeah. Walking Dead. So like, Walking Dead would be the survivability would be pretty high, but then like I Am Legend, like that is zero chance. Like unless you are a superhuman or like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, you would not be surviving that at all.
Jump on a skyscraper, dog.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I couldn't deal with the whole emotional thing too of like, yeah, my family's all zombies now. Like, I don't know how I would even handle that. Like and then trying to survive, dude, raiding Walmarts and like O'Charlie's
See?
for food.
I don't know. If I feel like if I was in the Walking Dead situation, I'd try it out and then I'd probably get bored of it, or like it'd just be like whatever, and then just
New
fucking-
game. I need
Yeah.
new game.
Honestly, like
I don't
Walking
know.
Dead is pretty fucked.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's pretty crazy.
you're always like way more. It's always the people who are the more like of a threat.
Yeah. See, I couldn't deal with that either, dude. Having to fight off other humans and stuff. Be like, hey, dude, we chill. He's like, I need food though. Like, I can't let you in. Like, I gotta shoot you. You know, like I can't do that. I'm too much of a lover than a fighter. I mean, zombies I can kill probably as long as they are like not too fresh looking. But other people, I mean, I
As
don't
long
think
as they're
I-
not too attractive, dog.
Yes,
Then they're
as
gonna
long
get the pipe.
Not the metal pipe either.
not the thick metal pipe. Okay, anyway.
Fucking
Let's see. What do we got next? We've been going hour 30. What do you guys think? Good?
I don't know. Do we have any more?
I think we're good. Joey, you didn't have much
Alright.
of an explanation on your zombie situation. What do you think? Quick
Like-
synopsis from Joey.
I don't think that shit'll ever happen. So
Oh, you
I don't
just
I'm
know.
not
haven't even
worried
thought of
about
it.
it.
Just haven't even thought about it.
I mean, if it did happen, like, let's be honest, like, we're fucked. So
yeah, we're
I mean,
gamers, dude. We got
honestly, who
gamers bods.
cares?
There's no way we're going anywhere.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Except for Mark with his guns, dude. Mark's got the freaking the 22 and
See,
the.
I'm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I'm pretty gamer, right? But my family's not, so I think
That's
I'm pretty
true.
set.
Pretty yeehaw. You got at least 7 guns
Yeah.
under your bed.
Dude,
You're
Mark's
probably
got
good.
solar power, dude. He's like,
Oh,
all of us
shit.
are fucking freaking out because we ain't got no phones to charge. We ain't got.
I'm
nothing
still
like
on
that.
Overwatch
Yeah.
fucking grinding. Me and the 4 other guys. With
Yeah.
with their
Hey,
connection.
all your family's dead yet? Nah, dude, we still good. Like,
We're
you want
chilling,
to
dude.
squad it, queue up. Like, damn, this queue's taking forever. Like, 39 minutes in queue. Like, think we can go get
Shit.
something? Like, I don't know, dude. I used to put my neighbor across the street, but they dead now. So we lost our healer main. Like, shit.
Oh
man.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
At least I could be top 50 US now, dude.
Yeah, top 50. Yeah. Top 50 NA out of the 50 survivors left, dude. Okay. I think that's good enough
We're
to wrap
wrapping
up.
it.
Yeah, we'll wrap it. That was fun. I had fun with that. These were
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
These were good topics.
Joe, are you okay, dog? You need a hug?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Did your ghost story scare you too
It's
much? Dude?
freaking
You need a
dude,
hug,
I
dude?
just-
It's
The
kind of
ghost
zoning.
shit is just fucked.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
crazy.
like don't get me started on ghosts or aliens or any of that shit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That stuff's all crazy, out of my mind. But all right. Well, I guess thank you all for showing up. It's been fun. It
Dude,
was
you know how scared I'm gonna be walking up to my room?
Yeah.
I do like flashlight everywhere in the dark, but that's more of like because I want to actually see than I'm scared.
Yeah,
I guess call that scared if you want, but like
I
actually
flashlight.
want
Like when
to
I
see.
yeah, when I go to my refrigerator, that's about like a couple good feet that way. Phone flick up, flashlight on,
Yeah.
dude. Just like, all right, dude, where we go? And
Flick
Yeah.
up. What
like,
the?
well, you gotta for the iOS, you like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
that,
thought you
and then.
you're on
oh, wait,
flip
there we go.
phone,
Dude,
dude.
Oh no, yeah, dude, whip
Dude,
out
I remember-
my BlackBerry.
Dude, last thing, I remember one time I spent the night at Mark's house and like I was thirsty and I wanted some water.
Oh,
And we were looking at
That's
like
pretty
Instagram scary videos and stuff, and it was like 2 a.m, dude. And Mark's house was dark, and I had just looked at a video. It's like a pitch black figure, and all you see is like the eyes and the mouth. He's like, oh, 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 oh. Dude, I was fucking.
I know
heck?
exactly.
I know
what video
exactly-
I
you're
was
talking
I
about.
know.
so scared. Mark's like, you want to go get some water now? I was like, no. I was like, Mark,
No.
come with me. He's like,
I
no.
remember you showing that to me, and you were so scared, and I was laughing because I'm like, it's the dumbest thing because
But
I don't
I'm
know, just the
freaking
noise he was
out.
making. I was like, what is it? And he was trying to like describe it to me. Yeah, and
Oh my
I
god.
was like, dude, it's not that scary.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just a pussy, dog.
I would've been
that was
scared.
fun.
I would have been scared by that too. I'm a big poon when it comes to that kind of stuff. Are you kidding me? Anything that's not natural
Nah.
and is like trying to kick my butt, dude, not happening. Trying to.
So I
fix
just
this.
stay loaded, dude, with weapons everywhere.
True. I don't have any weapons though. What am I
Dude,
supposed to do?
Mark's room has nunchucks and knives, and there's a fucking safe in the wall, dog. Mark's loaded up, dude.
And
Dang.
it's like when family comes and there's little kids, you just gotta like hide everything everywhere, and then they still end up trying to like
get into
stuff
something.
and take it. Yeah.
Dang.
So
Hey,
it's
hey, and Mark used to do karate, man. You don't
Ooh,
need a weapon to fuck
Mark's
you
a
up.
ninja.
Yeah, like 7 years ago. Dude.
Used to
Mark's
do
a
karate.
Mark's the Mexican ninja. I dig.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother. Okay, I guess we'll actually wrap it up now. Thank you all
Yeah.
for hanging out. We're doing these podcasts over on twitch.tv/OmniGTV if you want to check them out live if you're over on the YouTube side. And if you're here right now on the Twitch side, thank you all for showing up. It was a fun hour and 41 minutes. Pretty good topics. It was fun. Obviously we're a little late on the days. Apologize for that. We were just a little behind. I feel like personally I didn't have any topics to really come up with this, and I wasn't like mentally prepared for it, but I think it was good. We'll probably be doing this one again, the next one on Friday, but we'll see. Again, uploads are whenever, if you're again on the YouTube side, uploads are kind of whenever we get them done, get them finished. But if you would love to, you can make sure to follow all of us on our Twitches. We got me, twitch.tv/AmDevin, WhyRandom, CloudStarTV, and then no, it doesn't stream, but you can, if you can follow 50piece_, there you go. You can follow him. We have all of our Twitters and everything in the description of the YouTube channels. You can find all of our Twitters on our Twitches. And again, make sure to follow this channel. Come back. I say weekly, but the intervals are still working on them. But next podcast will hopefully be Friday or again sometime in the next 7 or 8 days. And thank you all for coming out. It's been fun. End off with your signatures, boys. Mark, yeah, there we go, dude. All right, peace out, guys. It was fun.